Hello, welcome to the NEL Show. It has been an exciting past few weeks, and I trust that you have been learning, and we'll continue to build the archives of our past videos so that you can keep up with anyone that you have probably missed. Today we're having a very, very interesting guest, and we're also having a very interesting topic as well. As you know, the NEL Show is really focused on nation building. A lot of times when people hear nation building, they are thinking politics. Oh, I have to be in politics to be able to build the nation. But you have to actually start with where you are, with what you have, with your own personal resources in your community, and then the ripple effect continues to reverberate until we definitely see efforts and solutions and profits all through the nation, and for this particular nation focus, Nigeria. Okay, I'll be adding our amazing guest now. We'll be reading our profile, and then we'll be going straight to the very important topic, which is Nigerians in diaspora, profitable to return back home or not. Let's get our guests in so that we can read our profile. Okay. We're trying to get our guests into the video. Let's see. Okay, I think she's back again. I think she's back again. Let me try to add. Yes. Okay. I'm adding our guest right now again. Okay.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I had to leave where I was because the internet was so bad.
Yesterday, long time. Hello, Temidire. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Long time. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's very.
I had to leave where I was because the internet was very bad there. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. The only thing is, it is in a bit. Did you say you had to come because you were not your talk interrupt you?
Oh, it's breaking. No, I can't hear properly.
Okay.
I'm finding it hard to. I'm trying to get a place where the internet is stronger.
Okay.
That's why I'm moving around like this. A spot where the internet is stronger because the thing is.
I think the place you are in is a good place.
Okay.
Well, it looks like
Okay, you can hear me properly now.
Okay. Right. Straight to Yetunde profile. And yesterday is telling them everything. Right. Awe is real. Is happy mind that the people daughter. She said that in her house from Covenant University, MS Stanford, Mediterranean University, the US talking returning Nigeria
Oh, we are finding it hard to hear you over there.
Temidire,
Hello, can you?
if you can hear me now? Can you confirm you can hear me now?
Exactly.
Okay,
Now it's better.
you can hear me. So what about you, Temidire? Please just confirm in the comments section that you can hear me now. Since you said my words were skipping, please let us know because for yesterday she can hear me. So yeah, you may need to check maybe with your network. Okay. Yeah,
All right.
our topic for today is Nigerians
Yeah.
in diaspora, come home or not. I mean, so be profitable because you can't just tell someone, just to rush back if they feel that there's nothing in it for a great person to take this topic because you are someone who has schooled there and you've also worked. Okay, thank you, Temidire, for your feedback. You've also worked both in the US and Turkey before now. So
Yeah.
I want to start with, can you tell us what your experience was like? First of all, working in Turkey, of course, schooling and
Okay.
working in Turkey, and then schooling and working in US versus, the kind of environment we have here.
Yeah.
Let's just have this interaction like none of us know anything about what it means to be abroad. What was it for you like there?
Yeah. Wow, it's an experience that you can't finish talking about in a day, but I'll just try to bring out the important points
Okay,
there. For
please.
me, I studied so I studied in Cyprus. I
Okay.
did my masters in Cyprus.
Okay.
The normal international experience, you meet with different people from other countries, and of course the way everything is, it's quite different from being in Nigeria, obviously. But one thing I would like to say is that, over there are a lot of opportunities, because even before I went to Turkey to work in Turkey,
Okay.
I had like a student exchange program before I even finished my master's program in the US. So
Oh.
it was like an interchange, yeah, it was like an inter-exchange program where there were other students from different countries.
Hmm.
We had students from China. In short, they were representatives from different continents all over the world, Asia and Europe. So it was like different people coming together to share ideas, and then we were posted to different places to
Oh.
work for a few months before returning back to our country.
Hmm.
That experience alone, it brought about a lot of exposure. You had the opportunity to share ideas with other people,
Hmm.
and the way it is, it's far beyond watching Al Jazeera or CNN or
Hmm.
watching BBC News. You get to see and hear from people from those countries. Do you understand? So you get to hear from them, their experiences in their countries. They get to even tell you more, and you discover that some of the things that you even read about, or some of the things that you watched in the news, are not even 100% correct.
Correct.
The
Wow.
way it is. Yes. You find out that even some of those countries, like the way the whole bombing attack was like in Syria up till
Hmm.
now, you find out that there are even a lot of good people even over there that have a heart of gold.
Hmm.
Because the way the internet portrays everything, it portrays like just the way they portray Africa, like a
Hmm.
jungle.
Hmm.
It also affects other countries like that too, especially Asian countries. You see them like, oh, these people are terrorists, these people are not good to mingle with, and all that. So it gives you that exposure, and it changes your mentality. So definitely the experience over there is beyond what you read or what anybody would actually tell you about. And even when I finished and I went to Turkey, it was quite easy to travel to other places from
Hmm.
Cyprus. It was quite easy, yes. It was quite easy to travel to other places from Cyprus. So, and it was even easy for me to sit down and think about what I wanted to do. because there were little or no distraction. Only if you're not serious. That's just the truth. There were little or no distraction, so it was easy to concentrate. Even over there when I was having my master's program, it was easy for me to concentrate only on studying, because Cyprus, of course, is an island, and so if you know what you're there for, there's no distraction. Yeah, it's just for you to study, do whatever you want to do, and that's it. So the experience over there brings about a lot of exposure. That's one thing for sure that I would say about the international experience. It brings about exposure. It changes your mentality about a lot of things, even the way you think about life in general. You begin to see you won't take things too seriously. And not like you will be serious about life, but you won't take things, I don't know how to put it. You won't take things as the way would the way Nigerians are generally. You won't take, like, I want to have a car, I want to have this. You won't take it. You will focus on more important things. Because even people that have cars, you see them in train, you see them in the metro station. So you won't take things too serious. You will be able to focus on more important things. So I think the international experience, it changes your mentality about a lot of things. That's just the thing.
Okay, yes. You said something that is really interesting that I think that expand more about. So you said something like, hey, you see people over there, even people that have cars, they don't carry it on their head because, they can decide to take the train. Why do you think it is like that over there, where in Nigeria, car is a source of self-esteem to some people? What do you think the difference is between
it's like,
their kind of and our kind of
It's easier there for you not to be so materialistic than the way we are here, because of the fact that we have a lot of, I don't want to use the word greedy. I'm trying to look for a more subtle word to use, but let me just use the word greedy. There are a lot of greedy people over here, and I don't want to, because even when we start to blame our leaders, everything is not about the leaders. The people become the leaders at the end of the day. So it starts with someone. Over here, most people want to accumulate wealth for themselves. It's all about me, my family, and I. Once my family, my nuclear family, once we are okay, everything is okay. So you don't even care about whatever is happening to the people around you. So because of the fact that people like to accumulate a lot of wealth to themselves over here than over there, now the country is developed because everybody has that mentality, that entitlement mentality, that this country is my country, it's our country collectively. So whatever happens to this country is affecting me. So because of that, they make sure that they hold their leaders accountable to whatever they're doing. They hold them accountable. So basic things, they provide basic amenities, things like a good transportation system, electricity, things like that. Once you've provided a good transportation system, I don't know why I would want to disturb myself and drive all the way and stress myself sometimes when I can just come out of my house, take take a train and just sit down quietly. Nobody's not overcrowded. I'm just seated, just me. If I want to talk to the person beside me, I can talk to the person beside me. You understand? So why would I want to stress myself sometimes? So driving sometimes might be stressful for you, only if you're going to a far distance. So sometimes you will prefer to just take the public transport since it's even convenient and it's not that expensive. But the transportation system is really bad. Look at the roads. The roads are terrible. So a lot of people, instead of even buying smaller cars, you see people driving Jeep. Jeep is common in Nigeria not because of anything. It's because of the roads. The roads are not good. If you're driving a small car and you know that the road to your house is not very good, you know that you are going to the mechanic for shop almost three times in a month, or 3 times in a week, because you would always go and service the car.
Yes.
The car would always have a problem. So people would prefer to buy jeeps, big cars that can stand the test of time and stand the bad road in Nigeria. Do you understand? So because of things like that, and the fact that Nigeria also, we really need to change our mentality on a lot of things. We have this show off kind of mentality. We want to prove to the other person that I'm better. I'm better than you. Do you understand? So because of that, somebody that can only drive one car at a time would have like 10 cars in his compound. And you start thinking, you can't drive more than one car at a time. If you have 3 cars, okay, let's say one might go faulty or something. Okay, so you drive the second car, your wife has another car and all that. What do you want to use 10 cars to do? We can be wasteful sometimes in this part of our continent. It's very sad that we can be wasteful. We waste resources a lot. Things that can be evenly distributed to others. You see that one person has like five of those things that you know that other people are lacking. So things like that are things that make that bring up that large difference between people living over there and people living here. Yeah, we are not, so we don't hold our leaders accountable. We don't take the country like this country is my country. Like, if it doesn't work out in this country, it's affecting me. Do you understand? Once we have our 3 square meals, once we have a good life, that's all. We are okay.
That's my own. No?
Yeah, we are okay. What's my own? Just look at everything happen with the Boko Haram thing and all that. Because it's not here in the West. We don't take it so serious. But God forbid, once Boko Haram comes to Lagos, you see how people will start shouting. Everybody will take it so serious. You think this Boko Haram just exists. So because it's just affecting like a part.
Certain part.
Exactly. So people are not really taking it serious. But over there, nobody will ask you if you're from the north or if you're from south or if you're from
west
or if you're from the west. People will ask you, are you a Nigerian? If you say yes, they believe Boko Haram is disturbing everybody there. I can remember a time when I was in the US, there was my boss was telling me.
Hello?
I think we lost
Okay.
Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm very much
here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, can you hear me? We lost you at the point.
Oh, I'm back. I'm
okay.
back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I stopped at where you said your boss. You were talking about your boss in the US.
Okay. So, yeah, my boss then, I told him I wanted to go back. That I was going to go back to Cyprus. And he was begging me not to go. He was like, hey, Boko Haram is disturbing this and that. I'm like, it's not all. I was trying to explain to him that it's not all the parts. And then I think it was that time they kidnapped. We had this Chibok girls issue. So he was so concerned and he was like, no, Yetunde, you cannot go back. You cannot go back to Nigeria. They are kidnapping girls and all that. I'm like, it's not all. I was trying to explain to him that it's not like they are kidnapping everybody. All the girls in the country, like that. I was trying to explain to him. So that's the kind of mentality they have. When something is affecting one state, for example, in the US, you see everybody taking it serious. Just look at this racism thing now. The way it's spread around the whole country. Probably it was Nigerian. It was just maybe Kano that they started the protest. It wouldn't have gone round like that. So I think the mentality is kind of different. That's why I believe that a change in our thinking pattern and our mentality will actually go a long way for us. Yeah.
Wow, makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for sharing.
So that's it.
Examples They are very needed. They are very needed for today's session. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is one of the reasons why some Nigerians don't like to come back to Nigeria when they go to whatever part of the world, Turkey, UK, US. Ah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Ah, you seem to be breaking away. Ah, okay. Yetunde just left. Thank you so much for still staying with us. She'll join us now and then we will add her back because we were just conversing when I noticed that she wasn't hearing me anymore. Welcome, Gracie Damsel. Welcome, Grace. Okay, good. So our guest is back. Let me add her again. Welcome, Damilola and Ola Christie. Okay, we're waiting for Yetunde to join us. Okay,
Okay.
yes.
Sorry.
Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Thank God. Yes, so I was trying.
Yes, I can.
One of the reasons why our citizens don't like to come back from wherever country they've gone to, whether it's UK, US, Canada, whatever the case may be, is usually money matter. Is this money matter? By the time we dig, it's down to this money matter. I know sometimes people say, oh, the system, everything, but money is one of the main things. Now, I want to ask you, help us out here today as somebody that has been exposed to at least two countries rather. What is the payment system like over there? You know, we're both in Turkey where you experienced and in the US. What's the payment system like? You know, how is it paid? Do they do weekly, monthly, daily? How does it work there? Hourly? Yeah, because I know like we're starting to bring this whole hourly thing into Nigeria, but it's not really a method we created ourselves. We are basically just learning from others. So what's the payment system like over there, and why does it seem so different from what is being paid in the average company in Nigeria? Because there are good companies paying in Nigeria, but many people would like to classify them as multinationals and all that. So what would you say is the difference that would just make some Nigerians, even some Nigerians of faith, they'll just be like, no, even if they have an assignment, is that place they want to stay? Please help us out.
Yes. That's a very pertinent question that you just asked. Money. Seriously, if you ask like 80% of the people in the diaspora, they will tell you the reason why they are staying back is money and the system. Definitely, money and the system. Over there, well, it depends on the kind of job that you're doing. Because there, yeah, over there it's very easy for you to get a job. So it just depends on the level of education that you have and your stay in the country.
Okay.
Yes. So for some people, you get paid weekly. Of course, it's they charge like hourly, probably in some, and it differs according to countries and states. For example, yes, I know in US and in Turkey they charge like hourly. So probably in US they might have like 12. And that's because the standard of living for each state is different. For someone that is living in Washington, for example, the standard of living there is high. For someone that is living in maybe a state like Tennessee, the standard of living there is quite lower than Washington. So definitely the rate at which they pay will be higher in Washington than Tennessee. So that's the way they charge they charge over there. So the thing is, depending on the level of education that you have and your stay, like I said, as in that stay is very, very important, because if you don't have the right documents that you're supposed to have there, you will not be able to get corporate jobs. So you might find yourself working in restaurants, find yourself working in hotels, find yourself working in all these just normal places. You might not work in like a corporate, in a corporate world.
World.
Do you understand? Yeah. So, and most people that charge like hourly are usually those kind of jobs, like the resort centers, restaurants and all. But there are some corporate companies that also charge per hour, because I was teaching in Turkey and I was charged hourly per hour. But they were not paying me like weekly or every day. I'll calculate the number of hours I worked all through the month.
Okay.
And then they will pay me. Yes, and then they'll pay me.
Okay.
At the end of the month.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes.
So could you?
No, the system is actually very fair.
Work extra hours and it will be added to your monthly stuff.
Yes, very well. If you work, it's not like you'll be the one to say. If they want you to work extra hours, they will give you extra hours. If they want you to work extra hours, because for example, when I was in Turkey and I was teaching, the college that I was teaching at that time, the owner of the college had another, like his friend had another college, and they needed someone. They needed a foreign teacher there. And so I went, he told me to please help out. And so they will come and pick me up sometimes, and then I will go to the other place. That wasn't my official, it was not my official duty that I signed with them. But they were paying me over there too. So definitely they are very fair with their system. Once you work, you get paid. So far as if you have the right documents, like I said, you're not there illegally, you will get your pay, because sometimes they take advantage when they see that you don't have your right stay. They might start behaving some kind of way to you, taking advantage of people sometimes. Yeah, we have it there. But you have your stay, you have your documents. They know that if they do any wrong, you know what to do. So that's just the way. That's the way the payment system. The payment system is far better than Nigeria, because why? In Nigeria, you won't blame the people employing because of the environment. Even your boss, he knows the cost of operation is quite high, so he will not pay something that will not be okay for his organization. So that's why you can see a guy collecting maybe like 30,000 naira, and if you convert that in dollars, you know how much that is. But notwithstanding, the standard of living in Nigeria is different from the standard of living abroad. There are taxes to be paid. You pay water bill, you pay electricity bill, everything bill. So we have to put things in perspective. The truth is, the standard of living here is quite different over there. Being broke in Nigeria is different from being broke abroad. There are two different things. Because the standard of living is quite different.
It's quite different. But then yesterday, just like you were saying, some people over there are shouting about racism and all that. So, I mean, in my own opinion, I'm just thinking, why don't they just go back to their country if they feel, it's not accommodating them or anything like that. So why would they still, choose to be there? Even when I'm not sure you today can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Even with everything that is going on, especially, I'm not even talking about those that are citizens, especially those that are not citizens right now. There seems to be a lot of fights. So why can't people choose to come back for opportunities, which we are going to get to your own story as well? Why do you think people are not looking to say, okay, how can I even come and build this system in my country, rather than stick there and manage or whatever it is people say that they are going through over there?
Yeah, the truth is not easy to come back. I won't lie. It's not, when you're abroad, it's not easy for you to just say you want to come back to Nigeria, because when you think about some things, some privileges that you have over there, and the funny thing, not funny thing, but the thing about coming back to Nigeria is you don't want to come to Nigeria because you feel like you that you've tried.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I think your
Can
own
you hear
network
me?
went off, but I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm
I
not
can hear you.
sure.
I can hear you very much. I can hear you very much. Oh, so yesterday, see, except you have to rejoin the video. Ooh, you may have to rejoin the video. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Shooks Kelly, for joining us. We're so grateful. Thanks for your patience as well. Yesterday will be rejoining us. It's just a slight hitch from our network. And we're preparing to wrap up, but we must get the important lessons and solutions from today's episode, because it's very important that people who go abroad for a certain reason and a certain purpose do not forget the reason and purpose that they have gone abroad for, and they are also able to work out a life system that can enable them come back. And Yetunde was somebody that has been able to do that. So we'll be asking her just after she's done with this question about how she started off her organization and how it has been so far. Even why did she even decide to come back in the first place? Okay, Yetunde is back and we will just continue the conversation. Okay. We're still trying to get Yetunde to join us. She must be having some challenges with her network because we're talking very well just now. Okay, she should join us in a few minutes. But by the way, please feel free to drop any specific question that you have, concerning you specifically, and or for someone that that is over there, maybe a relative, and also comment what you've learned so far or what you still like to learn before we finish today's conversation. Hello, Bala. Welcome. Welcome. You're right on time. The thing is, our guest is experiencing some network challenges. So, but if you have any specific question, please feel free to ask. If you have any specific question you would like for us to ask before we wrap up today's session. This is interesting, but please let's just be patient because we're really having a very, very, very interactive, interesting, and enlightening conversation before our network went off. Another thing is, for any place that you missed, you can always watch the replay, for the parts that you were not able to join in. No problem. We understand network.
I'm so sorry, guys. This is just network problems.
I mean, when network problem happens, there's nothing. You just have to try not to panic. And thank you so much. And thank you so much for everybody that's waited. We'll continue from where we stopped. So yesterday we were talking about payment system, I believe so. And you were just trying to give an example. Yes, I believe I asked a question about. We're talking about payments. I think you were trying to make a point really before your network kind of like blanked out. Do you remember where you stopped particularly?
Okay, I'm not quite sure, but I think I was talking about the pay
So we're
system.
talking about why people won't come back even when they say that they're experiencing things like racism, inequality and things like that over there. Then why don't you come back? That's what you were trying to address.
Okay, yes. Okay, so people generally do not come back, like I said, because of money and the system, and because coming back to Nigeria, a lot of people will look at you like a failure. Let me put it that way. Like you traveled abroad and then you come back home. They're like, who goes abroad and comes back home? That's the kind of mentality people have. You understand? Yes, people believe that, okay, you come back home permanently. They just want you to be. So most times, people don't want to be seen as well. So basically, how much do they want to pay Nigeria?
Okay. Usually we're not hearing you very well. We're not hearing you clearly. We're not hearing you clearly. What do we do? Do you want to try to go back to your former location? Because we're hearing you at first, then when we can't hear you again.
Everything that is happening generally in Nigeria, we should just put them off.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why people will just prefer to endure. But if things were a bit better, yeah, a lot of people will come back home. A lot of people will come back home if things were a little bit better. A lot, as in, trust me, a lot of people really, really want to come back home. Really, really want to come back home. But because of the way things are in the that's what's holding people over there, because racism is real there. Yeah, it's real. There's no place like home.
Interesting. I hope you can still hear me here today before I proceed to the next question. Can you hear me? We're still having difficulties hearing you. That's the problem.
Yes,
Yeah, but the problem is that I'm not really hearing you. That's the problem now.
yeah, yes.
Yes, I'm saying I'm hearing you. That you keep breaking. That's what I'm saying. You keep breaking. You want to try and adjust your location because for every yes, I can hear you. Then I'm not hearing the other things
Okay.
you're saying.
What now?
It's still breaking. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't really know why. In fact, it's black and white. I can see now. Network.
Wow.
Oh.
And I can see clearly. What about now?
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better now. It's better now. So C. Kelly says, if I get an opportunity to work abroad, I will find it difficult to return home. Just like Yetunde mentioned, the standard of living is quite different. Interesting. So that takes us to our next question, Yetunde. You have come back and you started Pay Less, Shop More Nigeria, which is definitely going to keep expanding. Pay Less, Shop More. You will tell us more about it, but with the idea I have, it's a shopping center where you can get your everyday needs from, your grocery needs and every other thing that, I probably don't know about that you can let us know when it's your own turn to talk. Now, that space is also going to be an employer of labor, especially when you start expanding your branches because you're not going to be able to do everything. What made you see that kind of opportunity? First of all, what made you come back? And secondly, what made you come and, start that, regardless of how maybe capital intensive your kind of business can be, or maybe, please tell us about it.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Before
hear
I
you.
start. Okay.
Yes.
So let me first mention here, because a lot of people just feel like when you go abroad, like going abroad, you're already successful.
Oh.
People have that
Uh-huh.
mentality a lot, but
That's it.
that's a fallacy. That's not true. That's not true. There are a lot of people abroad that are having difficulties, that are frustrated, that are depressed, but you will not know. That people keep posting pictures doesn't mean that everything is fine. There are a lot of
Yeah.
innocent Nigerians that are being jailed in prisons for what do they know? They do not even know anything about, and their parents will just say, they've not heard from this person for so years and all that, and they don't know that they've been in detention center for a long time. So people face a lot of difficulties because there are rules, especially in a country like Canada. There are a lot of rules that you need to follow. Like if you break some rules, they already have something that they would do to you. So there's nothing you can do about it. It's written. You've signed an agreement with them. You're a student. You work overtime because they usually give like the stipulated hours that you have to work for a student. If you exceed the number of hours, and they catch you, they take you back to your country. So things like that.
Interesting.
So there are a lot of rules there. So you find out that sometimes people are not able to be themselves. The way you would run your own thing in Nigeria, it's quite different from the way you would run it abroad. All all
Can you hear me yesterday? network challenges. Well, I think yesterday is back to be added.
Can you guys hear me? I've changed my location.
Thank God, yes, we can hear
Okay.
you. So you are talking about students,
Okay, you can
excelling
hear
their
me?
work consequences. Yes, we can.
Okay. So that's the thing. There are a lot of issues too abroad that you need to consider. For me, I was working, but I wanted more because I thought about it. I'm like, okay, so if I keep working in this specific
Organization.
what and what,
Yes, yes. You were saying if you keep
okay.
working in this place, what? I think that's where we stopped.
So yeah, so for me, I thought about it. Not just me. My husband inclusive. This
Yes,
network is
we
so
were hearing
bad.
you better outside though, except it's raining or something, or maybe it's no longer good. Because outside you were breaking less. Uh, we hope that yesterday can go back outside because she was breaking less. She was breaking less outside, and this is a very, very important point. Lord help us, help us with network. Checking to bring her back. Checking to bring her back. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, she's back again. Okay. You said that it wasn't breaking outside.
Okay, like this. Maybe I should go
And no,
back
it wasn't
outside.
breaking when you were outside. It wasn't breaking when you were outside. That's what I'll say.
Hmm. Should I go back outside?
Yes, that's what I am thinking. That's what I am thinking because for every response you've given while you've been inside, it has been it has been breaking. Like for every answer you give, it is always breaking. But when you were outside, we were getting all your answers correctly without
Okay. Let me go outside.
go outside. Okay, okay.
Let me go out. Let me go outside.
Okay. Welcome, Mirabel. Yeah, so yeah,
I'm currently
outside mode.
on the car.
Okay. I'm sure yesterday will soon be outside. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I did now.
You're back outside. Well, yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you because we're not hearing you while you were in transit. So, but we can hear you now. Thank God.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So
So
you
what was
you
I
were trying
saying?
to answer the question. Anyways, you're finishing up a question that is the same thing about, you were talking about how sometimes some people are in jail or detention and their parents don't even know about it. And you were talking about why you came back. You wanted more, and you're going to tell us more about Payless.
Okay.
Payless Shop More
So
Nigeria.
yeah, so for me, I wanted more because I just thought
Okay.
about it, the whole thing, and I was like, okay, so if I stayed, there, the vision of
Yeah.
owning like a mall,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that easy to accomplish. One and two, I wanted to do something for my own country. Do you understand? I remember
Mm.
when I was in Turkey, it
Mm.
was during that time this whole Syrian thing was. I don't know if you heard about it a lot in Nigeria, yeah. And there were a lot of
Mm.
refugees, people were homeless. In short, I had a student that was from Syria. Our parents were like multi-millionaires back.
Mm. Wow. Oh, I think it. Mm. Can only try our best. God help us. For me to even find the right network for me that hosts the show. I know what it took changing different network, but then for guests it has to be a bit different because they have to use what they have. So really sorry for the hiccups. Really, really sorry for the hitches. But we have to round it up. Even if we don't,
Yeah,
Instagram will round us up. Okay. You're talking about what was going on in Syria and a certain person who had quite wealthy parents. You had a
yeah.
student
They
that
lost. Yeah, they lost all their properties, and they had to now come to Turkey to start afresh.
start afresh.
Yeah. So there, I felt some kind of way. Then, so even then, right there, I wanted to start like a little kind of initiative to help those people.
Mm.
But then every time I wanted to start that like that support group,
Yeah.
something always told me like in Nigeria there are a lot of people suffering than these people in Nigeria. Something was
Mm.
always telling me that okay, so you want to start helping Syrians, you want to start helping all these refugees, you want to form support group and all that and all those kind of things for these people. It was quite okay, but my mind wasn't at rest. So every
Mm.
time I wanted to start something, my mind would be in Nigeria. I'm like, okay, I could do a lot even for my country. This
Mm-hmm.
one I want to start something for. Even my country, there are people that are suffering. There are people that
Mm.
don't have jobs. There are people that finished university and they are thinking of what next.
Mm-hmm.
So I started thinking. Even then, when I was in Turkey, I had like a small group where I would speak with young ladies in Turkey then and all that. But whenever I spoke with them, whenever I was teaching or speaking to them about some kind of topic, my mind was always going to Nigeria. Also, like there are a lot of things women, girls, ladies need to know also in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So I felt kind of I felt a kind of way doing all those things over there and not contributing anything to my country. At the end of the day, I'm a Nigerian. I'm carrying the whole thing is in me. My face, my looks,
Yeah.
my certificates, my
Mm-hmm.
background, everything is Nigerian. So if I forget home, I didn't want to come back home. But that thing was always in me, like you cannot be contributing in over there and not do anything in your country. So I
Okay.
said I just kept it to myself until my husband also started feeling the same way. And so he also wanted to start like a ministry in Nigeria. And so we couldn't sleep. We were not comfortable. Abroad became uncomfortable for us.
For you.
We were making money. We were sending money home, but that emptiness was still there. We were uncomfortable. We could not sleep well. Whenever my husband was always having dreams, he was always having nightmares. So we would argue, no, we are not coming back to Nigeria. He would say we will come back. I would say no, we can't come back to Nigeria. It was like to and fro. So at the end of the day, we decided we were going to come back to
Nigeria. Wow.
But one thing I would tell people is, you can't live wherever you are. If you're doing well and you have your documents, you can't live there and just say you want to come to Nigeria without a plan. No, you must have a plan, because if not, you would always regret why you left that place to come to Nigeria. There must be a plan. You must know what you really want to do, because challenges will come, but that thing that brought you here will be the thing that will keep you going.
Wow.
And serve as a reminder to you that this is why I'm here.
Why
I want to see that you are accomplishing those things. You will feel fulfilled. You might not have everything, you might not have a whole lot, but once you see the things around you, you will feel fulfilled and you know that you are still going somewhere better.
Fantastic, Yetunde. I have to take your rapid fire questions down. I want to actually one more question, but if there's still time after your rapid fire question, we would push it across to you. But one thing that you've said in summary, in alignment with today's topic, is that it is profitable to come back to Nigeria where you have a plan. When you have a plan, it's profitable to come back to Nigeria. So that is one key thing that every Nigerian in diaspora needs to learn from today's video. Okay, so your rapid fire question, here you go. You have to answer it like as fast as possible. Number one, what's your favorite color?
Yes.
What's your favorite color? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so we're at the final segment where we are to learn a bit about network. We may have to wrap up here, because even if we don't, Instagram is going to log us out. We've actually spent close to an hour, and anytime from now we're going to be logged out. But let us see if Yetunde can still join us. This is just about 2 minutes. This segment is just about 2 minutes, which is what we use for the concluding part at the NEL show. It's a rapid fire question where we just learn a bit about her, fun things about her, and thank her for joining us before we go off. I'm trying to add Yetunde again. Let's see if it goes. Okay. Yetunde, what's your favorite color? Oh, we have. Wow. Instagram is going to log us out now. So I've just asked you the most important question. What do you want to be remembered for? I think that's the most important question now. What do you want to be remembered for?